Unfortunately, I don't have a handout today. I will eventually, but we can put some ideas up on the board. Maddie, we've been talking about an assessment over Animal Farm, and I'm going to give you two options. You can either write a paper or you can do a project, because we were kind of split. And I'll just make them worth the same amount of points. We talked about a paper pencil test, but that's kind of a boring way to assess a book like this. You know, some books are better for that, but not this one. So, I have lots of ideas up here, and I just need to get them onto paper. I've just been kind of busy lately. So, let's brainstorm some ideas. Does everybody have the word of the day? Because I'm going to erase this. Over here, we'll put some paper ideas, and over here, we'll project ideas. And already, I'm going to put pages up here. Create your own crash course. If you've never seen a crash course, which I think if you, all of those of you who had me last year, you saw one, right? Have you ever seen one? You should YouTube it. He's very good. It's very funny. Now there is thug notes on Animal Farm, but I can't show those in school. They're very funny, but they're not appropriate. It's a black guy doing the same thing John Green does, but in a thuggish way. It's hilarious. It really is. But
I would have loved to see that.
you'll have to, and it's set like in a library, and they're playing classical music, and then he's like, "Yo," I mean, it's really funny. But you can watch that on your own. I don't want to be responsible for introducing you to thug notes.
Even though you're on
If
camera.
I knew parents wouldn't care.
On camera.
Wait, I'm on camera. If I knew parents would be okay with it, I would, you know, but I would show it at Southside. Really, because they would, you know, but you guys are pure. I don't want to.
Pure.
What?
I would want to defile.
I don't want to be responsible for that.
Defiling ballerinas.
Yeah, I can't do that. I have to have that on my conscience. Okay. You could create Manor Farm. Or, you know, or Animal Farm.
So like a replica.
Yeah. Replica. Replica, diorama, Mac.
What if we dress up like pigs and give them a video demonstration?
Wait, what?
Okay, I had an idea. Oh, like the timeline of like how they,
I'm sorry, I'm listening, I'm multitasking.
it came to mind, but like a timeline of like
Events.
the farm, yeah, that would be cool.
And you could put it on green,
3D one.
because of the green, the flag, their flag was green,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's delicious.
I got it.
What
On green.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure somebody had this idea, I'm not sure if it was Holly or someone else, but maybe making like one of those for Animal Farm.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you could do a pig, but no human.
Yes, it was Marie.
No, it was
No,
me.
it's not.
It was me to do a human figure.
Because
but,
Paige
like,
said it'd
have
be hard
pig
to draw the shape of
attributes.
the animal.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then I added on to that, yeah.
I noticed we're a little weak over here. Maddie.
This is fun. I want to go project now.
Last time I read this book, I did a project and I made like a clover, like I made her out of like newspaper and that too.
You made a what?
Like I made clover.
Oh, you made, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
She was like miniature. And then I
Cute.
like made her stall and stuff, so.
Cute. Kind of like a paper mache.
Yeah, except it was just like, I don't know, I just took newspaper, like crumpled it up and
Yeah.
just like tried to shape it with like duct tape.
What do we call that? That's clever. What,
Character model, I guess.
okay. That'd be cute to have a little piggy over there by the window.
I feel like there's a lot of symbolic items in the book. So if you like collected them and like wrote a little piece of paper on each one and why it's symbolic. and
Maybe
why
like a
it's
memory
symbolic.
box of symbols.
Yeah. People like use one of those Fisher Price barn sets or something.
Yeah.
Stick everything in it. I have one of those.
Very cute, yeah.
We could do a choir or singing.
I've got 2 things.
Yes.
All right.
Do it. We can all make. We can make up a tune. Marnie will play it, and we'll all just present Beast of England. Perfect.
Write
Yes.
write an alternate ending
How
for
do
the
we
book.
imagine that? Where would it even go?
Like it.
It's
Love it.
I would like pick a hymn and set it to that. I think that's sacrilegious.
Him.
You said it was carrot like and
Yeah.
And
You're
the other-
I have my
So we
my
didn't have to
Methodist
make
my
a-
Methodist hymnal and my piano at home. I could classic hymns.
And the second one is, if we wrote something kind of like what we did for, that you gave us the option to do, at least for, Catcher in the Rye, how we could like do a few years later, like
Oh.
a fan fiction kind
That
of
would
thing,
be cool.
What do we
or
call
a few
that?
years later, I don't.
Or an alternate ending.
Well, we
Well,
have
I already
alternate
did
ending,
alternate
but, like,
ending, I mean like,
in the future that.
if you did like a few years after everything that happened with Animal Farm.
years later. Yeah. SpongeBob.
5?
5 years later, they were all.
Because you heard the word number 5.
Yeah.
That's why I was just like, I don't even care.
This book used to be required reading for freshmen in the public schools, which I think is too young. But
Really? I
Did
read.
you
I
have
think
to
I
read
read it
it
as a
I didn't read
freshman.
it in
Yeah.
history class.
that makes sense. I like that. But I remember having freshmen come up with, they got in groups and made like a newspaper. And the articles, you know, like 12 animals executed, you know, the articles that they would put in a newspaper kind of thing as a project possibly. The Manor Farm Times or something, you know, you could call it. I have other ideas also back on the computer, but I just wanted to see what you came up with. I'm gonna leave this up here, because you guys come up with good projects.
Like snowball after he left. Like what happened.
What became of Snowball?
Like a first person view.
Yeah, maybe.
The first person account? There's gonna be some kind of political option, political paper. And of course, when I give you the handout, there'll be more details with the paper options. Holly?
Kind of like what we do during the summer is like keep a journal of one of the characters, like
I was thinking of that.
Napoleon or.
A diary?
Mhm. I think it'd be really interesting to do one of Napoleon to see like how his thoughts grew and how he changed and became this evil.
Of course, these are all very rough up here, but lots of examples of irony in the book, which is a literary term you should all know, and with support.
It's like all over the place in this book.
Oh, yeah. You could just take the commandments and, yeah. I mean, this could be all, you could unroll it. Marnie could play the little read the commandments.
I have a recorder at home.
That would make
Oh,
it
yeah.
That works.
big one.
Like fifth grade or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I still have
clarinet.
mine.
I can bring it.
Mom bought my dad one.
These are good. I was, there's always a scrapbook, but some of the pictures might be pretty more, I mean, I don't know if you'd want a
Can you
picture
bend
of
down
animals
just a little bit because your butt is like in the
I
frame.
feel like it would be
There
really
we go.
interesting to do like a children's book on this one.
Mm.
Because you would have to censor it a lot, but I think you could still get the point across.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna show you a couple clips of the movie, not today, but,
There's a movie.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's awful.
really
Have you ever
bad.
seen Babe?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You need to watch Babe.
Hey, I don't watch movies, I'm sorry.
Oh my
You
god,
have
I
to
don't
watch
You have to watch
It's like
Babe,
about a
yeah.
message.
Child
It's a
is
good,
real.
this is like one
Babe's
of my
really
childhood
cute.
movies.
Yeah.
It's really a cute movie.
Okay, well, I wanna see it now. What's
You
it
can
what's it
borrow it.
about?
You
It's
should.
about a pig. It's about a pig. Wait,
Who
wait,
becomes
maybe I
a
have.
sheepdog.
It's a pig and,
It's kinda, it's not.
It's
okay.
sad.
It's the movie my grandmother
that's what I was gonna
loved.
say.
Yeah.
It's Charlotte's Web-esque,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but,
That's what
I know Charlotte's Web.
but Animal Farm is, the movie is cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
I can do with that. I watch
Wait, isn't it called
cartoons
Barnyard?
anyway.
No.
No,
It's called
No.
Animal Farm.
it's called Animal Farm,
That's
but
what
it's,
Zeppelin's song though.
Yeah.
Point that out.
but it's, you could have that playing in the background. But it's, lame,
Mm-hmm.
like
really
the
bad.
Fahrenheit 451 movie, lame.
They need to remake both
They
of
do,
those.
or maybe not, maybe they should just let the books stand on their own.
Mm.
But I'll show you some clips of it, and it's very, when you said children's book, it reminded me of the movie page, because it's very geared towards children.
Mm-hmm.
But you could teach this concept
Yeah.
to young kids of inequality and,
Mhm.
you know, because they certainly experience it on the playground or wherever at a young age. Bullying starts young.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a book about bullying, you know, there's a lot you could,
Could change it.
Like
kind
pick a
of.
theme and then like
You
run
could.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
you could. I'm in another room here. So you're getting, are you pulled more toward one way or the other?
I don't wanna do a paper because I feel like that's gonna be more beneficial for me right now, but the projects are so interesting.
Let
Like
me,
they just like they be a lot of fun.
I have,
Especially that trash can thing.
let me print something. Oh, I have the
Never seen
ACT
you draw.
stuff,
I don't think I would.
if I can get to my computer.
She said you use internet pictures to like make a children's book instead of drawing. Horses are.
Yeah, I tried so hard. I was like, you can just trace something.
By
the end, I'd have like stick figure animals.
That's like that book, like by the end, the pictures just get like less and less and less. Like getting their full detail at the end.
While this is printing, I'm gonna hand something out to you.
Hey, your book was pretty good, though.
It was really fun. I was just thinking like, I think I wanna do something else. I would love to do it.
I love doing.
Here are ACT dates and locations, and I reprinted the SAT sheet, so throw that one away I gave you yesterday because I put the locations on here.
I'm talking to myself a lot today. I need to stop. I need to stop. I'm like
Oh, no.
reading it out and I'm like, no, yes.
If you notice look on the SAT, on the SAT sheet, there is not one in January in Fort Wayne. But There's one in,
That was because of last year.
Adams
Last year,
Central.
It was so awful.
If you're willing to drive there, but, you know, just take another month, but usually the larger high schools, as you can see, offer them. So there you go. Those.
I wonder if that's because of the storm that happened whenever I went to go
I don't know.
picnic.
What, Maddie, honey?
Being a junior this year, could I take it next year's first semester?
You-
Would that
oh,
be
absolutely.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
You should do that.
here's my, let me read these to you. These are mostly project, but they could be turned into a paper. Almost all countries dedicate monuments to their heroes or leaders. So you could paper mache or some kind of monument that represents the farm. Find a speech by a famous political leader from any country. There's one on making a windmill, and I'm not using most of these. I just happen to find these online. I'm not crazy about some of them. There's one about companies going on strike, you know, which is kind of what the animals did.
When I was reading the book, I related a lot of the rebellion to the I forgot the name.
The Holocaust?
The American Revolution.
Oh, okay, yeah, the American Revolution.
So like it kind of made me think about like how like the farmer was like Britain and then
Mhm.
like we are the working people
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, you could definitely, like on number 4 here, you know, there's the French Revolution, the Holocaust, the American Revolution, and, you know, the book was written right after the Holocaust. So you have to wonder if Orwell was thinking that, yeah.
Kind of on the same line, I compared a lot of like when Napoleon was in charge, the Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was just all of that.
They would just line you up and,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I would like to do some research, my own personal interest, to find out what the critics said about Animal Farm when it came out. Because I'm sure it was highly criticized for its political statements, and to see what other authors thought about the book and Orwell, and he's such a powerhouse in literature.
This is probably a really stupid question, but what's the Spanish Inquisition?
Karen, you wanna take that?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know basically it was like when they were shifting into, it was basically a religious thing, and if you weren't Catholic, if you weren't Christian,
I think it was.
I think it was Catholic.
Catholic, that's what I thought, okay. Then if you didn't convert straight away, like, they just chop your head off.
Lined
They're
you
like,
up and,
No, you don't, yeah.
like I said, most wars are fought over religion in some way, like, you know, ISIS, Muslim group, they want everyone to be Muslim. And that's what some people feared about Obama being in office, because there's still people who are convinced he's Muslim. And they think he wants
It
everyone.
doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Well, it's not like it matters, it doesn't.
Right.
I mean,
I know, it's
unless
like-
he's like.
It's not like
part
the
of,
president
like-
can say,
Yeah,
You
even
are
if he is
thing.
Muslim.
Like,
it's
who
not his
cares?
Muslim.
Right.
It's
Ooh,
not-
surprise, he's the
sense.
leader of ISIS.
what?
He's the leader of
He's the
ISIS.
secret leader.
Yep,
Right.
secretly
Yeah, that's
the
what it
leader.
is. Right.
That's what it is. We
That's how
figured it
rumors
out.
started, yeah. But I think there's something in the laws that say you have to be an American citizen to be the president, so
Mhm.
people are still thinking he's secretly Muslim, but he was born in, some people say he was born in Kenya, and he wasn't. He was born in Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, that's what I was
So, I mean, he had to show his birth certificate and all this stuff, it was just, so when the Republicans made Obama show his birth certificate, the Democrats made Sarah Palin show her high school diploma. I mean, it was just
Kind of
which I
a
thought was
valid
secretly
argument.
funny, but, anyway.
That is really funny.
Anyway, did the bell ring?
No.
No, okay.
There's this, I can't remember what it's called, but there's this movie. It's like of a woman in office.
Is it the Iron Lady?
I don't think so, possibly.
Love her.
But she's like, I mean, there's like a scandal like of a photo of her in a frat party. And it's not true at all, but she refuses to say anything because she's like, there's no reason why that should even affect
Mm.
me in office. And it's a really good movie, but I can't remember the name.
Oh, if you remember, let me know.
But yeah,
Sounds
I was thinking
interesting.
that could be something.
There used to be a TV show that was about the first woman to be president, and like it went through like her term and like what she did, and I don't
There's
know,
a
it was
new
really
show
interesting.
coming out this month, Madam Secretary. I
Mhm.
want to, it's on my list of ones to watch. I'm really interested in that. Yeah.
Seems like a lot of video games that I've seen nowadays have had a female as president.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're trying to influence people to have female president.
I'm pretty sure Hillary's gonna run.
Yeah.
I'm sure
That was
she
one of
will.
my current events for government.
Yeah. And, you know, be prepared. There's gonna be a lot of,
Yep.
interesting, stuff in the news about that, I'm
Mhm.
sure.
I'm sure they will.
Because, see, a lot of people think women can't be president because of their emotions.
Men have emotions, like
Yeah,
that's
for
ridiculous.
real.
Like they always blame it on that.
Your period?
Yeah.
Yeah. She can't be rational
During that week,
because
we gotta have like
that one
that.
time during the month, what if she pushes the red button and we all go to war? It's like, seriously?
Are you kidding
Well,
me?
and I-
Men usually choose things out of anger.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would you with that leading?
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron.
Not
No,
not
no,
only
no, it's okay. I understand. Sometimes I'll do things when I'm mad. And
Right.
I'm ashamed of it, but.
not only that, it's just like
Not like that affects our
you can
It's not
control
like
that.
we're totally like out
Yeah.
of our minds.
Yeah.
Like rabid.
People make it seem like when, you know, women are on their period that they go crazy. It's just like
Women have
the truth.
run this,
You
oh,
can't
don't get me started.
And Sarah Palin. Everybody seemed like she was great for vice president. Well,
Yeah,
everybody.
Technically, men do kind of have a period because it's when their testosterone level goes up and increases, which makes them more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we
I
could
feel
pull
like
that
that's more
something.
dangerous than
Okay.
could. We got slightly emotional.
We can all write essays on it.
That's a good idea. And then we'll send it to the president.
Yes.
What are you writing your essay on? Whether men have a menstrual cycle. I need to call that Mrs. Green. What's going on?
Oh my god. Oh
But,
goodness.
you know, there are men
And this is on video.
who, yes, right, great, what a great day we're having. There are men, you know, who think they're just too, that women are too, nice to go to war, is what they think. And I don't think that about Hillary. Am I allowed to say I like her, I respect her? I think she helped her husband when he was in office quite a bit.
And not even
Yeah.
claim that like she's only getting into office or getting up there because Bill Clinton was there.
She can do it on her own.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Even
you.
if that's the case, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of
She's
her
still
own
there.
person.
Yeah.
She's
Well, she's
definitely,
still
she was a New York
qualified.
senator.
Yeah.
I mean, she is her own person without him. I mean, they're a
Mhm.
great power couple, but, then they're about
People
to
make
become
it seem like
great
she
parents,
can't
actually.
exist.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Without-
and there's another thing where it's like she's a grandma, she's not gonna be able to be in office because she has like.
That's a disability now?
I guess.
Yeah.
so.
Apparently.
Well, Obama has a dog, so.
And an iPhone. So,
And a Blackberry.
yeah.
He has like 3 different
And
phones.
do you remember, maybe you don't remember this, but I just think Obama's wife is beautiful. But Michelle Obama, when she wore the sleeveless dresses,
Yes.
that was
Oh,
all over
heaven
the news.
forbid.
She shouldn't be showing her arms, and I'm like, she has arms.
Oh my
That
goodness.
can't be.
Miley Cyrus. That can't be a thing.
We can't allow this to happen. What'd you say, Erin?
Oh, it's just like some of the top like celebrities. Like that can be an icon, but
Oh,
dress.
sleeveless dress. It's not
It's
proper.
ridiculous.
Dress like yeah. Stuff.
Yet again, another example of the media exaggerating about something that's not necessary.
Yeah, well, and
It's just ridiculous.
Obama seems to have more star quality than some of the other presidents. You know, he had Beyonce sing at his inauguration. He and Michelle both have been on some talk shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the bell. Hey, we're going.